It's June the 9th, 2023. Welcome to CGB News. I'm your host, Clem Fandango. Can you hear me? Binance US has gone all Cold War, freezing everyone's US dollar deposits and withdrawal channels for fiat currencies. It's like the winter of cryptocurrency without the joys of Christmas. Meanwhile, CZ, the CEO, has turned into the crypto world's overprotective mum as SEC leaked internal chats from Binance. He warns employees that everything they might say or have said could end up in a courtroom or on the internet. So mind your P's and Q's. Fun fact, Binance employees discussed dumping BNB tokens and operating an unlicensed securities exchange over DMs, which got recently leaked. Pretty much like naughty kids in a candy store. But who needs regulation when you've got internal chaos, eh? And speaking of chaos, onto the banks, the old guard. The Federal Reserve is dishing out billions to keep the crippled US banking system on life support. They've opened a new emergency loan facility, which is basically a $100 billion piggy bank for banks. But here's the catch, the banks can receive par for their devalued assets in secret. It's a bit like Fight Club, but with money, so shh. And despite the regulatory clampdown, Bitcoin stays resilient, like a cockroach in a nuclear winter. Some analysts are even predicting it could hit $50,000 in the next year or so, the equivalent of the little engine that could. Cathy Wood and Arthur Hayes are riding the ball like there's no tomorrow. They're in on this too. They believe Bitcoin is the answer to our financial woes. And Cathy has hedged her bets that Bitcoin will reach a cool million. Arthur Hayes in agreement, probably while juggling knives on a unicycle. And finally, let's talk about proof of work coins. Stephen Lubka from Swan Bitcoin says proof of work coins are like the rebel kids in high school. They don't have a central issuer, which makes them the James Dean of cryptos. Makes them more like Oliver Twist, doesn't it? Orphans. The SEC, acting like school principals, targets proof of state coins as securities instead. Coinbase's chief legal officer, Paul Grewal, calls for Congress to step in and set some rules for this wild crypto playground, basically asking for a referee in a cage fight. So if you're enjoying the madness, slam that like button and don't forget to share this. In the comments, tell us if you think Bitcoin can actually reach $1 million, or if it's just a midlife crisis fantasy, mine and many other people's. That's all your CGB news for today and for the weekend. See you on Monday.